Hey, welcome back, ladies and gents. I'm your undisputed host, Zlevin, and this is my new Let's Play, 3 the Hard Way. Now, I know a lot of you people who play a lot of mainstream RPGs probably won't be familiar with this game, and I actually spoke about this when I was finishing up my Kudelka gameplay Let's Play videos. I said I was going to start a new Let's Play that wasn't really mainstream, and one of the biggest reasons, well actually there's like 3 main reasons why I'm doing this. Number 1, I wanted to put up a new RPG. I mean, my channel is about RPGs, so it's about time. 2, when I was watching Last Exile's videos, he was talking about how most of the best traditional RPGs and, you know, some of the ones that he, like myself, liked were the old school SNES RPGs, and we don't really see a lot of that nowadays. It's kind of like a nostalgia factor. And the 3rd reason is because this is a pretty freaking awesome game, but it was made by iishenron, as you can see, written by iishenron on the rpgmaker 2000 platform. And it's pretty crazy because this game is actually better than a lot of mainstream RPGs that have been coming out recently, and it didn't really take a lot. And the funniest thing is that when people play RPGs nowadays, they're like, man, this game sucks ass. But and then to add on to that, people are also saying stuff like, I wish I could make an RPG game, because if I made it, blah blah blah, you know, just going off at the rim, blah blah blah, things of that nature. I've actually said stuff like that in the past, and I know making a video game is hard because I've attempted it once upon a time. It's I'd rather review games and make gameplay videos than step into that realm anytime, you know, right now. So I wanted to show this game to you guys. It's a pretty awesome game. It's pretty long too for an indie RPG, and it looks like, you know, old school Super Nintendo graphics, but the storyline is pretty excellent and it has a lot of stuff. So I'm not going to spoil too much, and I'm going to try and avoid wasting time. But before I start, here's my disclaimer.
The following feature has been rated R by the Motion Picture Association of America. It is intended for mature audiences, and parental discretion is advised.
And with that being said, let's go ahead and start. And yeah, I'm probably going to have to read everything. There is no voice acting. So, what experience and history teach is this? Man, that's really hard to read. That people and governments never have learned anything from history or acted on principles deduced from it. GWF. That text is really hard to read. It's like all fuzzy on my super big screen. Stop complaining, Zlevin. You said you wanted to play an old school game. Yeah, I know. There are many stories I could tell you of warriors of renown, men who rose up against impossible odds to make a difference. This was my story. A great evil had arisen to plague and ravage the world I lived in. No one knew where the monsters known as kaibutsu had come from, but their goals were quite clear. So we get a little bit of intro story here. There was nothing I could do. I'm sorry. Looking at the dead bodies. Many villages had suffered this fate at the hands of these wicked creatures who had mysteriously appeared. But now it was different. My own family had been murdered by them. I swore that day to fight with the best of my ability until the last of them was destroyed. I was not alone at first. The kaibutsu spread quickly, and many arose to face them in battle for the fate of mankind. Eventually, the bravest and most powerful warriors banded together to form a group called the Skosimag. Oh man, I can't pronounce that. They decided to go forth and destroy the menace, no matter the cost. The Skosimag eventually confronted the kaibutsu outside of the city of Beaufort. However, they were woefully outmatched. In the end, even just a few of them were powerful enough to destroy a great many warriors. Warriors the human race simply could not spare. Damn, those dudes got jacked up. It soon became apparent to me that I, Careless, was mankind's last hope, the only thing standing in the way of victory or destruction. But why had these monsters attacked? Who was behind it? I set out to learn the answers to these mysteries. The Kaibutsu are completely under my control. Now's the time for me to begin cleansing the world of the humans. I now focus the mystic energies of the world. Who's coming? Brother? How can this be? How can my own sister be the one behind these creatures and all of this destruction? You'd never understand what I'm trying to do. I can't allow this to continue any longer. You put the fire on that ass. What? What is that power? A blade forged from the hope of the people you have tormented, sister. A blade I call Kibo. The power! I can't believe the power! I would hope that she said it like that. I have no choice. You must die! And of course he laid the smack down. I wasn't sure why fate forced my sister and I to fight for the fate of humanity and the world. I guess fate has a corny ass sense of humor. After I defeated my sister, the Kaibutsu lost their great power and disappeared. In their wake was a world devastated by the effects of constant fighting. People looked to me, the one who defeated their invincible enemy, for answers. And thus I became their king. However, these events occurred 65 long years ago. I am not the man I once was. No longer able to lead a lost people. But do they really need my leadership? What happens when the one who saved the world and gave the world hope becomes old and infirm? Who or what fills that void? So 3 the Hard Way, first act. This game has 3 acts in it, and our main character is actually a gentleman called Vance. And some things of note. This game came out in 2003, so this is like almost 8 years later that I'm playing it. There's been a couple revisions. You should be able to recognize some songs in here. Otherwise than that, let's get started. Dad, you needed to see me? Yeah, I did. The neighbors are upset. They believe you stole their kitten and skinned it alive. So what do you have to say for yourself? Like I'd tell you. What was that? Look, I'm sorry. I'm just tired, okay? Listen, all I ask is that you pull your fair share around here. Is that too much to ask? Vance is a badass mother trucker. Hello. For those that don't know me, I'm called Vance. I live here with my father in beautiful Somerset. Or should I say boring Somerset. There's nothing to do here but help my father serve the idiots that stop by for drinks. Every freaking night. I hate this town. There's nothing to do here, nobody to meet here. If I had enough money, I'd blow this town, see the world, and make a load of money while I'm at it. I'm my kind of gent. I just need the right excuse to get out of here. Who am I kidding? I'll never get out of this dead-end town. With no cash. Might as well head to North's and see what he's up to. Alright, so we're gonna walk around and talk to these mofos. Hi, Vance. And that's all they have to say. I can't remember if this is one of those games where, you know, you can actually check stuff. So if you see me stopping in front of barrels and shit, that's what I'm doing. And anybody who's ever played an old school RPG knows exactly what I'm doing. Son, I'm hard on you, but it's because I expect so much more from you. Can I go now? Go do what? I need your help lifting boxes. Sure, whatever. See you around, Pop. And this is a save point, this little pentagram. Blah blah. I could save at the map, and I could save blah blah blah. I've played a little bit of the game to re-remember how I played it. There's no cash or anything valuable in here. Believe me, if there was, I'd have spent it already. So I guess you can check a couple things. Oh my goodness, I am wasting time. Like I said, strongest thing about this game, storyline. The battle system, when you see the battle system, for the people who've actually dealt with RPG Maker, they know exactly what to expect. But for those of you who have only played mainstream RPGs and would never even think of making your own RPG. The battle system is reminiscent of Dragon Quest or Dragon Warrior, so that'll be interesting to see. What are you doing here in my house? Get out! That's the first time you ever see that. Most of the time people are like, hey, how you doing, buddy? Let me give you some useless information about our town. Hey Vance, do you have a minute? Yeah? Have you taken a look at your stats lately? What about them? I'm sure that you've noticed that you're pitifully weak. So? I might not have high stats, but I know how to have fun, plus I'm good looking. Whatever, I just heard you're thinking of leaving town and I wanted to warn you about the monsters out there. The day I lose hair worrying about a slime is the day I settle down and serve drinks like pop. So in the beginning town you're gonna hear like some interesting stuff like that, kind of breaking the fourth wall. Not a big deal. Your friend North is the coolest practitioner of Kita martial arts I know. But have you ever heard of the Manami arts? I'm sure you're gonna tell me. Well, the Kita style that North practices is really simple to learn compared to the Manami style because it uses MP. What's MP? I don't really know, but the Manami style uses HP. I hear it's a real drag, but the Manami techniques are more powerful and versatile than the Kita techniques North uses. Huh, I bet North would have something to say about that statement. Check this sign here. Welcome to Somerset. At least he didn't put in one of those guys that stands at the front of the village, you know what I'm talking about. He's like, welcome to Somerset! Hey Vance, I'm all out of stuff right now, but my shipment should be in soon. By the way, do you understand how the medicine system works? Nope. But let me go back in, because I accidentally pressed yes. What's a medicine system? Well, basically shops like this can't sell items like tonics and antidotes without the proper ingredients. I see. So where do I get these ingredients? A lot of places actually. You can find them in fields, caves, but some of them you can only get from monsters. So I find these ingredients and bring them to you guys, and we charge you to mix them together to make tonics, antidotes, and other medicines. Keep in mind that this isn't easy, so very few shops can offer more than a few different types of stuff, even if you provide the ingredients. There are some people that can even mix stuff together to create new magic spells. I've never met one of them though. I'd imagine not. If I could pull off something like that, I wouldn't hang around this hick town. Good old Vance, speaking truth. So that is one of the custom systems that iishenron put in the game, so we'll be seeing some of that later on. And I truly love going in people's houses and stealing stuff, but I can't remember. I do remember that this game has a lot of missions, and through the missions you kind of explore the storyline. It's not, I can't really say it is linear, but it does give you the illusion of choice, because there's some missions you don't have to do. Hey, come here, buddy. North should be around here somewhere. Check upstairs. Thanks. This is North's mom right here. Let mommy take care of her makeup, North. What the hell? She doesn't even turn around. So if you walk in front of her, she has something different to say. Oh, hi, Vance. I'm sure North is around if you want to play. And then Vance is like, there's more air between her ears than a balloon. Goddamn. So where is this North guy at? Where are you, mother trucker? He's not here. Where are you, buddy? Gotta find North to move the storyline forward. Hey, North's not around. Did he say where he was going? I can't say that he did. You know, come to think of it, you know how North is into martial arts? Yeah, he's always bugging me to train with him. He doesn't realize my talent is all natural. What the hell? I bet that's where he is. Thanks. I'll go see if he's over in the woods. So we are gonna go check the woods, probably outside of town. I don't think there's any woods in town, since this town isn't really that big. You know, there is... Oh, look at this. This is a cat. He smiles at the cat, and when you talk to the cat runs ahead a couple squares. Because remember in the beginning, they were saying how he skinned the neighbor's cat. Nice little touches like that. Alright, so that's the bar. Above that is North's house, and then there's only like a couple other places. You know what always kills me about the old school games is there'll be like a small amount of houses, but then there's like 70 million people. I was like, where do all these people sleep at? And I think we're going to get into another introduction on how to play the game real quick, but I'm going to stop it here. Stay tuned for the next gameplay that talks about the battle system in 3 the Hard Way. Until then, take care.